Good morning there. You're watching QTV this morning, and I am Jena Basonko. I'm here with my amazing co-host, Lole M. Kamara. Thank you so much for joining us.
It's a pleasure. Good morning.
Yes, so Mr. Mboj is here. Why Mr. Mboj namonala nak good morning.
Good morning.
Our newspaper review guest. You know, it's always good to have you around. You know that?
I enjoy being here.
All right, great. So today we have an interesting program as usual. We have our African proverb, we have the newspaper review here. Already introduced our guest, Mr. Mboj, to help us analyze some of the stories we have on the papers. And on social issues, we will be joined by Momodo Lamun Choi as the Red Cross in partnership with another international organization will be providing aid to flood victims via Q-Money. You know, the technology is evolving every single day, you know, and if we are looking forward to a cashless economy, then we have to make good use of, you know, initiatives such as Q-Money and just ensuring that, you know, no cash to avoid corruption. We now have a Ministry of Digital Economy and Communication. So, you know, with that, there's hope that, you know, corruption cannot disappear, but, you know, can be prevented the less we handle cash and use initiatives or apps such as Q-Money. So we're joined by Momodo Lamin Choi to update us in relation to the happenings there. So, and on Click, we'll be joined by 3 guests. It should be interesting, inshallah. Looking forward to the freestyle segment. So yeah, that is all we have here. So Loli, take us through our African proverb.
All right, thank you, Jennifer, once again. The African proverb reads, a crowned woman is like a stomach. It never says when it has eaten.
All right, should we start with Mr. Mboj? A crowned woman, or should I start?
You are the hostesses.
Mr. Mboj.
So you begin. And a grown woman.
Yeah, a crowned woman is like a stomach.
A grown
woman. Oh, somebody said crown.
Yeah,
it's
grown.
grown.
Like a stomach.
Yeah, a grown woman is like a stomach, okay? It never says what it has eaten.
When it has eaten.
Yes, what?
It has
Well,
eaten.
here you've got...
When here?
What is it? What do you have? What exactly
We
is
have
the thing?
when in the paper and what on the...
But anyway, both ways. They're both correct because the stomach never speaks
It
anyway.
It
never says what and when it has eaten, ever. So this is actually talking about being discreet, you know, being just, you know, secretive and not just exposing things unnecessarily, you know, about yourself but I mean, I'm a person who's very open, Mr. Mboj. So I don't think really there's need sometimes to be like extra discreet, because I just feel like as an individual, I feel like the things that I share might be impactful to another person. Things that society might frown at, things that people around me might frown at. Sometimes Gambia fi nga wax dara sa nit na la hi no pili waruloo ko wax xam nga nit su ko déggee evil eye noppani. Man, sometimes I'm like, you know, let's be freer, let's be more open-minded as individuals. What do you say?
Here are you talking about the distinction between discretion and hypocrisy? That sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yes, of course, there are circumstances, obviously. Common sense, good taste, you know, one must be cultured. These things would determine that you show discretion. But there are other circumstances where you need to speak out.
You do.
You see, this is it.
You do.
So how do I balance the two? Your judgment, your maturity, your education, well, that will lead to that decision.
Well, Mr. Mboj, my point is, sometimes culturally, the way we are, there's certain things, your hamnessa, people are still yet to believe that people is at their own liberty to talk about it. They're just certain, like for example, issues of rape. People feel like it's better you keep it as a family, being discreet about it as a family, to protect family name, to avoid shame, than to talk about it to the public. Nañ ko indi si biir néeg bi rek ñu solve ko foofu noonu as a family. Jarul dem court, jarul ngeen ko waxe nit ñi di ko dégga. Issues as such.
And again, and again, I think with this proverb, it's more of like maturity, how you keep things to yourself in society, especially in society, because there are things that you might talk about. It can bring, it can lead to something else.
That's where my problem is.
It can lead to something else.
Yow fi nga waxee nag foofu laa amal
so
problème
ñu ne ku nekk da nga war a am like sutur baameli biir.
waaw waaye ban baameli biir nga wax nag.
No, there are things that Jenaba actually, if I speak about it, it might lead to something else. So I rather keep it. And
for example lan. parce que man répp laa joxe as an exemple ne dañ dee wax ne nañ ko denca buñ ko génnee family ne bi buy at stake nii so yow lan nga feel ne tey family war nañ koo mën a nëbba pour culture protect culture.
I think comme soo ñëwee sa si sëy sax I'll take the example of marriage. soo ñëwee si sëy there are things that xam nga you let go xam nga there are things that you don't talk about it.
Okay, what are the things you need to let go?
That is the very reason why she can't talk about it.
I know, but man lima wax moy xam nga li dafa dangerous. Mr. man waxuma li ñu di def
this morning, like just this morning before I come, there is a situation. I can't talk about it.
Man bañuma yoyu. Xam nga yoyu moy yi xew ci neeg Mr. Mbodj. Why issues such as ñu door la. Tay sa jëkkër door la. Dégg nañ ko fi ara rek. dégg nañ ko fi sa jëkkër dóor la ñu ne warloo koo wax si biti loolu am na fi mu ngi xew every day.
jëkkër sa xam na ne war da dóor jabaram.
waaw ndax sa jëkkër su la dóor yi da nga war a muñ.
déedéet suma jëkkër du ma dóor de.
waaw
bon suma jëkkër du ma dóor man.
de waxuma la yow général laa wax. xam nga loolu bokk na si lu nit ñi dee wax ne nañ ko denca.
no waaye right now
door na ko nañ ko denca. ñu muñalante jigéen da ngaa muñ loolu dégg nañ ko fi.
génération baa ngi ci fu mu nekk ni awareness bi baa ngi am. xam nga góor yi ñu ngi xam ne jigéen waruloo koo toroxal waruloo koo teg yéenay so there things are changing on their own. xam nga because level of understanding bi mu ngi am. jigéen yi ñu ngi dem school we getting educated so we know what we supposed to do.
ba léegi we are not halfway there Lord.
Okay, so with this proverb, with this proverb, there are things that you actually, as a grown woman, you actually keep inside.
Loolu dëgg la Mr. Mbodj ñun ñëpp common sense am na yoo xam ne yu xew tamit yow tamit.
Suñu yaay sax they will tell us that you know when we were there things were not like this so you have to da nga war a muñ.
looy muñ. lan looli Mr. Mbodj. nañ bàyyi suñu lan ban muñ. xoola man li ma bëgg a mooy déedéet man li ma bëgg a nekkut ku la toppa. preach ma fi toogu ma fi di fi preach dara lu fi nit comme loo xam ne dafa xaam oo xale yi duñ baax dégg naa ko fi bi ma am na bés boobu li ma fi wax nit ñi di dem online naan waa man maay wax xale yi ne ñu def déedéet man li ma wax xale yi mooy loo xam ne at the end of the day you have to be aware. nga aware sa bopp. xam distinguish the right between the wrong. gis nañ fi man dégg naa ko man si society bi laa jógee dégg naa fi Mr. Mbodj ñuy wax nit ne dangaa muñ waruloo fee génn di wax ne lii moo xew lii da nga ko war a nuba da nga war a muñ lii muñ bi dafa war a am definition lan mooy muñ bi mooy lan.
Jenaba.
déedéet amul Jenaba. Jenaba amul fii
no, why this is very interesting man to me. You two yéen a exemplify the different voices out there.
Good.
In many ways. So when you say that yes waruñoo accept yéen yi dee xew kër yes I understand what you mean. There are certain norms that we must interrogate, granted. But what you must realize as well, Jennifer, is that our society is not what they call a monovocal. There are many voices. You do have a good number who would say something like, yes, I mean, discretion is the better part of valor, as they call it. It's better to just keep it under wraps at home and that sort of thing. Absolutely. You have to take it as a social fact.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When you're analyzing these things, don't be too emotional about them. This is a social fact. This is what people do. But again, my society is not stagnant. Other things have been happening. Now the voices of Jainaba are emerging, questioning certain things.
Yes, not right.
But that's no. But listen to me. That shows dynamism. But you must also be sensitive to the embedding.
Mr. Then you can being emotional.
No, I'm not being close. Then you can make a difference. You can contribute to what's been there. But again, understand its context. Don't judge it against your own context. If you know what I mean.
Man, yo sa yama gina gomlone Jena, but sometimes take us a time. Don't be too radical. Mindsets cannot change. Ninko buke. Fine, granted, society, social things are there. Why dama buga luma buga moy. Hale, suñ len di define, suñ len waxe ñu muñ. Nañ len define nal lan moy muñ ak muñ fan la mo em. Nit du jóg nga ne ko muñal te waxuloo ko sa muñ bi muñ dafa am place am. fii nit yi ñu ngi leen di tegoo ñu ne leen ne dangaa noppi nañ ko def family nit ñi ñu ngi go through so much and then ñu ne leen dañu war a muñ dañu am lu ñoo protect
da nga muñ sa soxla faju waaye doo muñ wédee
ndax dañ leen di define loolu
calm down
fii nga xam ne réew sa amuñ ko fi local language
let's calm down. There is no manual to life. You have the people who pretend to that. They will write all sorts of books. There's can-do books. There's self-manuals. You can do this when you follow this recipe, A, B, C, and D. You're going to get outcome E. That's all a hoax. There is no manual to anything. It's just that you're a bit young now, but perhaps by the time you get to your 50s, you begin to see this. So you learn as you go along. Do you know what I mean?
Anyway, man, it's fine. Please, no insults.
So nobody can define much.
This time.
There are no definitions. There are no definitions.
Well,
there's just guidelines, rule of thumb. Who can tell you that formula 1 + 1 = 2? There's an equivalent that is equivalent to if you do activity A, then you will get outcome B. It doesn't work like that.
As much as
it doesn't work like that.
When to say no.
Nobody can tell you that. Nobody can tell you that. It's a matter of context. It's a matter of judgment. So perhaps each situation is different. So you cannot have a common manual like the common book of prayer.
I'm not saying that. Anyway, it's fine, man. All I know is it's just important to say no. Sometimes you don't need to be discreet about everything, things that might harm you. And if you feel like there are things you need to share that might change somebody else's life, there's no need to keep it to yourself. Get to share it, even if society frowns at it sometimes.
That was the beginning.
Yes.
I said, what should I be discreet about and what should I speak out about? So that is also a matter of judgment. Obviously, with some things, you must speak out.
Exactly. You must speak out. Why don't you work sometimes?
Well, but, okay, fine. But at least we are saying it here. All right. So.
Wow, anyway, let's move on. Thank you so much, Mr. Mbuch and Lola M. Kamara. We'll go for a short break, and when we come back, we will take a look at what the newspapers are saying. We'll be right back.
Have you been looking for the perfect indoor router with long-range Wi-Fi coverage and faster internet speed connecting all your smart devices? Well, we present to you the QCell Indoor Router, a router that has all you need and much more. For just $4,275, you can get 4G plus internet speed, wide coverage, and connect up to 15 devices. And that's not all. The indoor router can be used for both office and home needs. So, enhance your internet experience with our indoor router. For more info, call our customer care on 111. QCell, Sunyabus, we innovate, others follow. Espas Motors is the largest and most modern auto service in the Gambia. Espas Motors is the only authorized dealer in Chevy, Mercedes-Benz trucks, Mercedes-Benz buses, Kia, Ford, Futon Mini and Midi buses, Futon trucks. At Espas Motors, we have qualified professionals who use modern technology to diagnose and repair all brands of motor vehicles. Espas Motor services include auto sales, auto repairs, vehicle painting, availability of high-quality spare parts, towing services. We are reachable at any time. Call Espas Motors on 352222 353-4444 or locate us on the Bertel Harding Highway. Espas Motors.
Light. From the beginning of time, light has been there.
It is integral to our survival and to our way of living.
We need light to work,
to build,
to grow things, and even to see our loved ones.
Light makes things easier and better.
So QCell has changed the way you buy Q-Power to make it easier and more accessible.
You can now access the same service quickly and get your cash power tokens instantly with the new QCell Q-Power code.
To light up your world, simply dial *363#.
With a touch of your fingers,
with ease and convenience from the comfort of your home or office,
you can bring light into your world instantly with *363#.
Q-Power, lighting your world.
QCell Sunyabus.
We innovate, others follow.
Welcome back from that short break. If you're just tuning in, you're watching QTV this morning, and I am Jenna Basonko, joined by my co-host here, Loli M. Kamara, and our newspaper review guest, Momodou Mbodj. So it seems today we have just one newspaper, which is Forea, Loli. We just have one. So I think we'll just get to go through it quickly, and if we have any other interesting headline or any other thing that we can discuss outside of this, we can. So here the Fourier says over 5,000 people internally displaced due to flash floods, and also desperate women vendors urge the Birkama Area Council to help solve market dispute in Salaji. And also we have Kirfatu journalist case tolls, and Fakeba Koli's family vow to fight for justice over his death in police custody. And yes, and also on the editorial we have urban planning in crisis. That is it. And on the back page we have the 2 girls solicit financial support to continue their education. And also Gambia celebrates International Youth Day. And GCCI briefs media ahead of September AGM. Yeah, so that's it. So Mr. Mbodj, let's talk about International Youth Day a little bit. You know, so set aside by the United Nations to realize or to reflect or to accept that young people are innovative, and with the huge demography, they can really contribute to socio-economic development. And this year we see how the theme is intergenerational solidarity, that is having that conversation, meaningful conversation between the older generation and the younger generation. So that's what we are looking at this year.
2 things here. The intergenerationality, we'll get to that later. But the commemoration, I mean, boy, this is even truer in Africa, given the demographics we've been talking about. In the West, it's slightly different, because with us here, we've never seen this explosion of youth, as it were, being the largest segment in West African society. It was never like this. But afterwards, you know, the improvement of medicine, mortality rates, that sort of thing took care of this, and now we are having an explosion of youth. So, to commemorate it, yes, we organize all sorts of events, don't we? You have that part, as it were, the ceremonial aspects of it. But again, afterwards, what we call, you'll have the other bits where you reflect. Youth Day. Here, for instance, let us look at the country profile. Maybe this is sort of the kind of moment when you reflect, so you ask yourself, actually, when it comes to youth, what is the country profile? You know what I mean? How much are they doing when they come into education? What are the opportunities, you know what I mean, employment of youth? But we all know the problems we are in. People complain about, you know, not much opportunities for youth and all the shortcomings. But again, does it end there? No, then we push on. Given we are in this circumstance, what should be our strategy? How do we deal with it? So perhaps this is where the intergenerational conversation, solidarity will come in. So, and it's a fantastic theme, as it were. And with us, to my mind, the way I see Gambia, my experience of Gambia anyway, we've always had that intergenerational conversation. I have always had that sort of kindred spirit, that sense of continuity with my elders. I could ask them, maybe it was the circle I was in, but I had always had freedom with people grown-ups. This is my experience, others may have their experiences, but this intergenerational thing, for me, it's Gambian. It's as Gambian as, I don't know, peanuts, my experience of it. And even culturally, and my friends, I have to say, people around, it was like that. There was a period that I'm witness to. There was a period when there was recognizable bridges between the younger and their elders. Now, I have to say this, I'm on the other side. I have I've crossed over. I'm on this other side of the fence now. Now I'm a parent, as it were. I sense a radical gap. I don't know. I feel that the gap is too huge between myself and this sort of, I don't know, maybe just 10 years younger. there's a huge, almost the world view. There's almost a change of, a difference in world view, which affects certainly, how we see life, how we see situations, and even what solutions to provide. It affects everything, the way you see things, including what solutions you will provide. I sense a huge gap. I didn't know how you see, from your angle, how we look. How do we look?
Yeah, you look
from
weird.
Your angle?
Weird. Sometimes you guys look weird.
What do you mean by that?
I don't know, different from, because, you know, when I speak to like all the people, you know, the thing,
yeah, because I know Jennifer will always see you guys
weird. Because of what?
Because
Lolly, I'm not taking this. I'm not, please.
Because of our way of taking things. I know you guys, you know, because you'll give us advice, you know, and just see, wouldn't say, as he said, muñ bi du fa nekk. So Jennifer would always want to
maybe she has identified a kind of disposition. I think that is really what she's talking about, a character trait, a certain disposition, as it were.
It's not about that. Lolly, why are you judging me?
I'm not judging you.
It's me, right?
It's you.
Anyway,
you guys, partly, let's put it this way. It's never entirely anybody's fault, not entirely, but at least partly.
Partly.
Yeah?
So the team is really up. The team is really something that we really need to focus on, because it's really important that we have this intergenerational dialogue. We talk to you, the elders. You talk to us about what have passed, how things were done in your generation, like in your time. Then we can also adapt to it.
The team
because now we the youth, we the young ones want it done. Like
Lolly.
What is your take? What is your take on it?
So the theme basically, it's beyond what Lolly is talking about. You know, she's talking about to ask you guys how you guys have done it.
No. I think my understanding is. No, listen. I've just heard it. Yeah. My understanding is to refer to history. I think that's the basic argument. So what is your argument?
Anyway, going by what the United Nations is saying, it's more focusing on ageism and how both ways can accept, you know, trying by all means to ensure that every set is into a developmental agenda.
It's fit in.
It's fit in, it's accepted, and it's in the development agenda. We accept each other, and that there's no form of segregation. You know, that is the main thing. The ageism aspect. There's no form of segregation where young people are not on the table to be part of the decision-making processes. Because we know instances where it is felt that young people shouldn't be part of those decisions. For example, Parliament. If you look at Parliament,
I see your point, but there's something else I need to ask you. You said that's according to the UN. Now, I want to know what Jainaba thinks about what the UN has said.
Well, I accept it. I go by that. I've been going by that even before this team came, that really all ages should see themselves into the developmental agenda. And the fact is that young people really sometimes are not seated at the tables that they're supposed to. For example, there's still that concept that when it comes to the Parliament, they're not supposed to be there because the experience is not there according to people. They do not know the technical know-how in the different areas they are, not knowing everybody started somewhere, and if the person does not start, then the experience will never come.
Yes. That is something true. But you know, these elders themselves have been saying that why sometimes because they believe when they are really like confident that this young guy can do it, obviously they will give you all the way
they don't. Sorry, Lolly, but they don't.
You think so?
No, they just use young people as a political tool.
This theme is very important to bring all ages on board, to talk about things, to reflect. That's my point, to reflect.
That is it. But the truth is that comme nga ne loxo xale loxom su sété magi dañ la bay nga bokka ñom da nekut na dañ la bay automatically. Sometimes they don't have a choice. So we have to choice, but left to them sometimes the truth is they don't accommodate you. We've seen instances as such. That's the truth.
But we've seen other instances where kids are accommodated, or young people. I remember in the TRRC, Mr. Mustafa Kar, that young chap was put in. Gentlemen, be careful here.
I think they didn't have a choice. A youth thing was put in place where a young person, there's a youth component, there's a woman component. So And this is
that's it.
United Nations funded. So
you do have stuff like that institutionally.
Yeah.
People are doing all sorts. That's why you're getting this. Institutions will, in all likelihood, commemorate this and all of it.
Yeah.
But in our society, we have to look at our society, how it is like. Institutionally, things are one way. Normatively, people are slightly different.
Yeah.
This is the difference now. This is why our institutions are really all in total collapse in many ways.
Yeah.
But be careful here. What agenda are you on?
I'm not on any. I'm going by I'm going by facts. These are not,
no, it's not personal. I'm talking about
what. These are facts.
It's more of an intellectual, it's more of a sort of.
These are facts. I'm not making them up. It's there.
No, it's there.
Yes.
We believe it's there, but Geneva has her own agenda.
No.
Okay, you help me.
I'm not talking on behalf of myself, but these are established facts. Your Hamne. I didn't make it up to my little head.
No, my fear is that you've taken all these sort of, I don't know, UN, World Bank, all these international institutions, you've taken on their language. Yeah, this is just the fear. You've taken on their language, and but again, be careful here. I'm not sure whether that agenda is really in my interest, and I'm not even sure if that language understands my society. They've been here for such a long time, I've not seen any difference. Well, they will tell you, well, if you were not here, things would have been worse. Possibly. But developmental elements, I'm not sure whether they understand me well to help me in certain key developmental areas. You can help in emergencies. You're like a fireman. There's somebody we call fireman. You're like the emergency services, the fire services. When there's fire already, you come and put things out, and that's really what they are here for. It's like emergency stuff. But the developmental stuff, maybe there's something I can certainly learn from you, but the way I'm going to package it to really be relevant to me, I'm not sure whether...
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
These ideas,
when you're trying to help a country or an institution on the path of development, it has to reflect traditional or existing things.
It must be homemade, possibly homemade, sort of homegrown ideas. That's
but
all
I've
I'm
seen
saying.
The UN support.
I may bring the technology, but if I do not have the kind of character, the kind of society, that kind of ecology, there's a certain psychological ecology, then the technology will work for me. Otherwise it will be wasted. You go to the farms, you see tractors, because you cannot repair them. You don't have that culture.
That is true.
You don't have the culture.
That is true.
Then you're going to have to wait for the expert. You're going to have to wait for the part. So you have these incongruities.
Yeah, but also, let's balance it. On the other hand, you can see sometimes how international organizations have their policies where it has to reflect internal ideas or homegrown ideas. I have seen projects as such funded by the UN and other international bodies where, the ideas are even names in our own local languages and implemented locally in our own settings. I've seen those things.
Yeah.
I do not want to do any free advertisement or anything for anybody, but I have examples of situations of such that has happened, and these things have worked.
Okay, let me ask you something. But when you look at the broader picture,
yes, so I'm
what
aware
has
that
been the
Mamadou Lamin
effect?
Choi is on the line, and then when we come back, you throw that question back to me, Mr. Mboj. Yes, so Mamadou Lamin Choi, thank you so much for joining us. So Q Money is actually supporting the Gambia Red Cross Society to actually give aid to flood victims. Like I was saying, we are moving towards handling less cash and using initiatives such as Q Money to actually provide money to victims and just any other financial transaction that we want to go through. So Mamadou Lamin Choi, can you just tell us how the environment is looking like right now?
The Red Cross and the Red Crescents got support for the disaster victims as a result of the
seems we cannot hear Mamadou Lamin Choi here,
which has affected over 1. So this is a very quick, rapid response by the Red Cross to get support to the victims across the country. Over 606 households that have been identified for for support by the Gambia Red Cross. So, but this is happening in partnership with Q-Money. Q-Money has been, Red Cross partner over the few years in terms of distribution of cash to beneficiaries. It's a humanitarian gesture that has happened in several events. We've seen the Funyi crisis, the Red Cross partnering with the Q-Money. We've also witnessed last year also similar incident happened, disaster, windstorm around the Upper River region, the NBR and other parts of the country where the Q-Money also through partnership with the Gambia Red Cross helped that initiative to come to a fruition. So I wouldn't talk much into the details because there are right here authorities who are in the best position to give us the details about this whole program. So we have the head of operations, Mr. Abdullah Faye, with me right now, who is representing the Gambia Red Cross Society. He's front and center in this process. Sir, kindly tell us about this whole program that the Gambia Red Cross Society is about to start today.
Yeah, thank you very much. As you rightly said, since the disaster happened on the 30th, 31st towards the 3rd of August, the Gambia Red Cross Society has been on the ground to see how we support the families that are actually affected. And based on this, we have to do a quick verification on the needs of the people in those areas that are affected. So we were able to do that verification of needs through an assessment in North Bank region, Banjul, Kanifi municipality, West Coast region, and even URR. But our key interventions are now focusing in 4 regions, which is West Coast, KM, Banjul, and NBR. And through the International Federation of the Red Cross and Red Crescent Societies Disaster Response Emergency Fund, we were able to mobilize some funds. And among the activities to support the affected households is through a cash transfer. So today we are here to do a cash transfer. Some will receive cash for only food, and some will receive cash for both food and shelter. So this is what we are currently embarking on.
What are the categories in terms of the need assessment, the categories of beneficiaries today?
Actually, we have 3 key categories. The 3 key categories are the ones who have completely destroyed houses, and the ones that have partially destroyed houses, and the ones that are only flooded. So the ones that are only flooded will receive $5,250 for only this month. And that is a target of 356 beneficiaries out of the 606 beneficiaries. And the other category, which is the partially destroyed houses category, which is 143 households that we are supporting, we receive food support for 2 months. And each month they will receive $5,250. And then they will also receive cash for shelter, which is for only 1 month response, that is $7,500. And then the ones who have completely destroyed houses, we are supporting 107 households. And these 107 households, they will also receive food support for 2 months. And as the normal response cost of $5,250 each month, and also $7,500 is for shelter for 2 months, which will be $15,000. So for the shelter component, we will pay everything today plus the 1 month food. So the 250 that are affected partially and completely destructions of their houses, then we receive their second payment in September. So we are continuing the verification. Currently, we have over 2,000 households, that out of verification data have shown affected in different categories. That means that
time we checked was around 1,700 plus.
So now it's over 2,025, which means that there is still a gap that needs to be filled, and we will continue to mobilize the necessary resources, and if it is available, based on the vulnerability score, then we will able to select the next batch of the affected households that can be supported.
Can you very quickly summarize this in our local language for the beneficiaries who are watching right now?
Yes, jërëjëf Thior comme lu ma doon wax rek depuis flood bi happen Gambia Red Cross ñu si ground bi ñu ngi def liggéey yu bari joxe nañ comme yeneen support yu mel ni basang blanket even mobile clinic sax ñu ngi ko ñu bente mu ngi on Banjul Kanifing municipality ak West Coast region waaye si International Federation of the Red Cross dañ am pot bu xam ne den dee dugal foofu xaalis su ko defee su façon xew-xew yi xamee Red Cross yi xam ne ñun si biir yeneen dëkk yi mun nañ koo apply ñu am mun a support seen waa dëkk bi so ñooy buñ defee approval bi si component activités yu ñoo def mooy pour dimbal nit ñi through cash transfer parce que soo gisee den dee sawar trop si affaire yi cash transfer mooy ni dina mun a jox bénéficiaire bi freedom bi mun a seet moom lan la gën a soxla si néegam den su fekkee maaro la soxla mu jënd maaro su fekkee nag dafa am soxla yeneen si néeg bi den dina am choice pour mu mun a jënd loolu so loo moo tax ñu ngi def cash transfer sun verification data bi parce que su luy xewee balaa ñuy support ba ñu verify xam exactly ñaa ñoo affect ak ban façon destruction lañ am so currently ñu ngi am lu ëpp 2 junne families or households yi ñu xam ne ñoom ñoo fu nekk ni affect waaye xaalis lu jot a dajale si suñu Red Cross system bi dem mun a support only 606 waaw mooy juróomi téeméer ak juróomi family waaw ak juróom benni waaw families so ñoo leen mun a support waaye si support bi tamit dafa nekk different categories am na ñu xam ne ñoom seen néeg bi yëpp a daanu am na ñu xam ne seen néeg bi benn place rek moo yaaxu am na ñeneen ñu xam ne seen roof bi yëpp a dem am na ñu xam ne ñoom seen néeg bi ndox bi moo fa dugga rek then after ndox bi génn so different categories yi leen ñoo joxe support ñu xam ne ñoom seen néeg bi dafa flotte rek ndox bi moo fa dugga rek ñooy dañ leen di support only 1 month si suñ food basket bi bu xam ne dafa dem juróomi junne ñaari téeméer ak juróom fukki dollars si benn weer rek waaye ñu xam ne ñoom seen seen néegee dañ am yaaxu-yaaxu dinañ leen support si lekka bi si diiri xaalis every month 5,250 mooy juróomi junne ñaari téeméer ak juróom fukk pour ñaari weer ñu xam ne ñoom seen néegi ida dafa yaaxu yëpp o am na place bu xam ne dafa yëpp a yaaxu tamit waaye dinañ leen jox lu ñu dee wax shelter support parce que xëy na dañoo soxla pour jënda ciment o jënda corrugate o seet naka la o xëy na sax am na blocks waaye dañ war a fay maçon pour mu liggéey leen so ñu xam ne ñoom seen néeg bi yëpp yaaxut ñoom dañoo receive only 7,500 mooy 1 month support waaye ñu xam ne seen néeg bi yëpp dafa daanu ñoom dañoo receive 7,500 ñaari yoon mooy ñaari weer support bu xam ne dafaa nekk $15,000 so dañ am different categories yooyu so ñu xam ne ñoom seen néeg bi dafa yaaxu totally ñoom ñu ngi si sun ñu mun a support fu nekk ni dafa nekk téeméer ak juróom ñaar ñu xam ne seen néeg bi benn boor rek moo xaw la daanu ñoom dinañ support famille yu war a toll benn téeméer ñeneenti fukk ak ñett waaye ñu xam ne seen néeg bi daanaka ndox bi rek moo fa dugga ñoom dinañ support ñetti téeméer juróom fukk ak juróom benn soo suñ support bi lii la soo naa gis bente am na ñu bari ñu xam ne dañu soxla façon support bi waaye daanaka dépense bu mu am du mun a laal yëpp soo luñ dee def dañ dee am luñ dee wax vulnerability score ñu dañ dee xool yu bari ñu xam ne ñoo gën a yàqule ñu xam ne yeneen ñu xam ne ñoom dañ xaw la seen doole bi mutut pour ñu mun a dimbale seen boppa yooyu yëpp dañ ko dee check néeg yu xam ne jigéen ñoo ko jiite seen dundin bi ak yooyu yëpp soo ak yeneen yu xam ne dem màgget o dem mag fu nekk ni seen doole bi dafa leen di joxe jafe-jafe pour ñu mun a lijjante feneen ñu mun a support soo lii la Gambia Red Cross di def soo waaye si suñ cash transfer bi ñun dañ ko dee def through a service provider. So a service provider bobu then am ñaari service provider. So AfriMoney ak Q-Money. So this façon operations yoyu bobu Q-Money len ko dé jox ñu mëna def transfer then ñun dinañ def sum monitoring bis gis ni dal ñuko wara jot nañ ñu xamné mënuñ ko jot o gisun len totally then they dem ci sun list bi wat ñu def a replacement because bobu dafa am dir bo xamné dañ wara def replacement bi waaw.
So we've seen the partnership between the Red Cross and the Q-Money. Very briefly, tell us how significant the partnership has been and the services provided by Q-Money.
Yeah, thank you very much. Q-Money, we are very happy because they are charging us a service fee of 1.5% in compared to other service providers who may even charge 3% or even more than 3%. And also when it comes to the withdrawal fees are also reasonable. So also they are flexible. They are flexible in a sense that because we have strong partnership, we can even tell them as part of our agreement with them for them to pre-finance, before we receive the resources in our accounts. So they usually do that, to pre-finance. So because of those flexibilities, and also the coverage that they have nationwide, they become one of the key service providers for the Gambia Red Cross Society. I could even remember in last year windstorm, they decided to even waive the withdrawal fee, for not to be borne by the Gambia Red Cross Society. And one thing that I also want to make clear here is that when people are receiving texts, they may receive more than $5,250. Any amount that is on top of that amount, it is the withdrawal fee for the agent, so which is already paid by the Gambia Red Cross Society. But the beneficiaries, what they are supposed to receive, if it is food, is $5,250. If it is shelter, is $7,500 per month. But for the completely destroyed, we are going to pay all the 2 months at once. So there will be different categories of people, receiving different amounts based on the kind of disaster that they have or destruction that they have, and also selected based on vulnerability scores.
Thank you very much, Mr. Faye. Thank you very much, viewers. We have also Aliu Bazara Njai, who is the head of Q-Money, with me right now. Mr. Njai, the partnership between the Gambia Red Cross Society and Q-Money has been going on. And as a result of that, we've seen, the very kind expressions from the Gambia Red Cross Society in terms of their recognition of the services by the Q-Money. How significant is this moment for you?
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Choi. As you said, we've had a long relationship with the Gambia Red Cross. And as you said, we always want to do our part in these humanitarian operations as part of our corporate social responsibilities as well. As Mr. Fai mentioned last year, from the support of our chairman, Mr. Ja, we were able to waive the cash out fee as our contribution towards assisting those who had the windstorm, affected by the windstorm. So this time around again, we've worked with them to go through the beneficiary list that they gave us to make sure that everybody can receive their money in a timely manner, in a secure manner. And the Q-Money system provides them with reporting so that they have transparency and visibility of the funds that they are spending. So we're very happy to be partnering with Red Cross, as we do with quite a lot of non-government organizations as well, in assisting them to pay beneficiaries for various different projects that they may have. I'd just like to very quickly say that when, for example, WHO had their polio vaccination earlier in the year, we were also involved in assisting to pay all the vaccinators and all the teams that were involved in that project as well. But as I said, we offer a safe service, and we believe that the partnership can only grow further from here.
I was about to come to that because the partnership has been praised by the Gambia Red Cross Society. What is the key value of the Q-Money, which maintains it as a household name in this country, providing standard services in terms of cash transfers?
Yes, just as I said, the Q-Money system, we believe we are just like any other bank. So when partners or individuals deposit their funds into their Q Money wallet. We believe that we should take care of it, safeguard it, so that they have confidence in us. So we work very hard to ensure that our system is secure, and also to make sure that the services that we provide are up to standard. So as I said, when we work with partners like the Gambia Red Cross, they're looking for a safe service, a service where the funds are going to the correct people. So we try to endeavor to do that, make sure that the SIM cards are registered to the correct people and the funds are received, and we can report that for Red Cross and their partners abroad. So we believe that the partnership can only grow from here, and we also partnering with others in the country. As you know, digital services can only grow from now on. In other countries, nobody uses cash for any payments now. So we believe we are at the forefront of pioneering in that area.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's quite interesting. Thank you very much, Mr. Njai. Now, as you can see behind me, these are some of those who have been affected by the disaster which happened on the 30th to 31st of July this year. And they are here to receive their cash support from the Gambia Red Cross Society. I will just very briefly, if you can tell me your name, sir, and then what's your name, sir?
Alpha Jallo.
Alpha Jallo.
Yes.
You are here to receive your support from the Gambia Red Cross Society. How important is this moment for you as a beneficiary?
Thank God. They are doing their wonderful job to support us as flood victims, because they are briefly understand our situation as a Gambians. They are support us by the all means to help the flood victims according to the capacity, and they are falling in the waters, particularly they are losing everything. They don't have anything. Is still in this situation. They are wonderful job. I'm grateful. I'm very happy for this occasion.
Assalamu alaikum. Uncle naka ngeen def, naka nga tudda?
Man Samba Cham.
Samba
Cham.
Samba Cham. Gis nañ ne tey ñoo ngeen Gambia Red Cross Society depuis bu li xewee ñoom ñoo ne ñu jël information si yéen tey ñu ngi pare pour def cash support. Naka nga feel tey?
No, feel tey moom am happy, kontaan naa trop ci Red Cross, parce que Red Cross li ñu def lu rëy la, parce que nit ki am problème nga ñëw bokk ak moom problème boobu mu jaral la nga def sa yitte yëpp pour maanaam solfal ko problème boobu, kooku moom amul leneen mu la mën a paye lu ne la tànk gërëm la sant la. te Red Cross man xam naa ne li ñuy def lii sax moo ci gën a tuuti, parce que lu bare dama koy gis ñu ngi ko def ci biir réew mi di ko def ci biir réew mi moom lu bare du ren du daaw ñu ngi ko def ak nit yi. kon Red Cross xanaa di leen gërëm di leen sant di leen jaaraamal, loolu daal xam naa ne moom mën naa ko cee sànni kàddu boobu noonu di leen gërëm bu baax.
so yow sa kër flood bu amoon naka lam la affecté ndax dafa
ma affecté parce que néeg bi dafa site bi yëpp boobu dafa daanu ci biir ci biti yëpp seen korget yi dem, xam nga garab bi mango bi daanu foofu ci kawam, xam nga ñoom bi ñëwee xool ko gis nañ ne dëgg daal lii moom kii na, waaye biñ ma koolee sax ma ne boo ko bindoon nañ ko waaye expect moo ne sax nii la war a demee, kon biñ ma ooyee léegi wax ma lii damay kontaan trop di leen sant di leen gërëm.
We would have loved to speak to all of them, but time is not on our side, and it's a very happy moment for all of them. Disaster victims as a result of the flash floods that happened. The government is doing its bit, but the Gambia Red Cross Society is taking a very swift response to support the disaster victims, and it has started today in Banjul and KM. And we are linking back to the studio. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you so much, Mahmoud Lamin Choi, for that brilliant update there. Like, I'll just quote again the Secretary General of the Gambia Red Cross Society, who talks about the fact that response isn't response if it's not swift. You know, so the fact that they're able to do their assessment as soon as possible and give them the money needed, it's a good thing. And also, the Red Cross official mentioned something very important, which has to do with Q Money taking up the initiative to pre-finance. Sometimes if the money, obviously, we know that getting funding from the bigger bodies can be bureaucratic. So the fact that the Q money is also, you know, stepping up to pre-finance it is definitely a good thing. So Mr. Mboj, now at this point in time, responses happen. The way forward now is to try to put in the proper institutions to take a look at the root causes of these problems, to solve it, you know, to just say it will take time for it to happen again.
Well,
better said than done. I'm expecting that.
Solution.
Well, let's focus on this one. Yes,
yeah.
the Red Cross, that said, I mean, they were just so quick, appropriately so, obviously.
Yeah.
Conducted their survey and created a kind of vulnerability index, if you like, categorize them and the like. And then, of course, the logical thing would be to partner with this sort of technology in which you'll be able to disburse this cash transfer. Yeah. We've realized, we've seen in other studies that in such situations, cash transfers make a huge difference. That much, yes, other studies have shown that because all across Africa really, or in low-income economies, whenever they face such disasters, so the humanitarian relief often would include, as it were, cash transfers of some sort. Now they're beginning to do that, but thanks to the technology, the technology that has enabled them to be doing this. So absolutely, so it makes it all more efficient. And yes, pre-financing it. And we've also seen the other day, was it the Gambia High School class of 1987 who gave money to the Red Cross? So that's an interesting way of doing philanthropy, you know, looking at this body that is doing so well, and then you give it more, you know, add to its resources. So that's an interesting concept. You might have perhaps, maybe other bodies have been doing it. I was just not aware of it as such, but now you're getting these things.
Yeah, Lord, I think what Mr. Mo just mentioned is very important, because when it comes to response as well, it's important for it to be coordinated. So what you just mentioned now of that batch giving money to Red Cross, it's coordinated, because then the Gambia Red Cross Society have already done their vulnerability index. They're the ones that have the data. So it is important that if we want to donate, we channel it through a body that has the right information. Then we are duplicating the meager resources that are obviously available.
That's it, and you have not simply the resources, the coordination.
Exactly.
There's something else, the trust.
Trust as well.
You see, people really trust the Red Cross. And this is what we want our public bodies. This is a sort of relationship really citizens want with their public bodies.
Yes.
I wonder at what point can we really begin to have this sort of trust between citizens and these public institutions. This is an NGO. This is a non-governmental. So, but this perhaps.
But truth is, people would rather run to them than to.
Because anything else, you're scared. Oh, when I give my money, I will waste it. They will mismanage it. You know, put it in their own accounts, do whatever. So that's a huge.
Now it's the
problem.
role of the new ministry. What's the name of the ministry again? The new, there's this new ministry.
The new public service.
Exactly.
Ministry
They
to
have
coordinate
to. They have to change the images. Now it's their role to kind of, you know, make us accept and have confidence in our public institutions. You know.
Oh, it will take everybody to really change the image. I'm not sure.
It will take everybody, but they need to take the step, because if they're there, it's welfare and beyond. Us accepting.
And no doubt, I think, was it the PS, their permanent secretary, Khatija the other day, saying that different government institutions need better coordination, need better coordinating. They need to be coordinated better, because you may have one sector, but so many different institutions impacting on that sector. Then sometimes this opens up the possibility that a particular unit might be doing one thing that the other unit has no idea about. Then yes, the possibility of duplication crops up.
And even with the Red Cross, they will encourage like their partners to join them on the day of distribution, just to tell how transparent they are and how they can trust in them.
They'll be sending you reports.
They will send you reports.
This is the key.
So everything is coordinated. You have sections. You have people responsible to make sure that their daily activities run accordingly. And you have people in communities that are very much familiar with these things, because like a Red Cross volunteer is from a community. So he knows everybody in our community. So actually, this is the swift response comes in quickly, because they are from communities and they take actions quickly. So I think other institutions really need to emulate the Red Cross Society. They're really helping people when it comes to humanitarian.
That's it. That's one thing, and do something else. Recently, you talked about the pre-financing element, but we've seen the Q group, they've done a few of those, to say the least, isn't it? So perhaps all the bodies as well. How can we reach out? How can we collaborate with private sector? Who do we want to collaborate with so that we can improve our performance?
He talks about corporate social responsibility, you know, kind of channeling issues like flooding, you know, into the corporate social responsibility of the company.
That's it. He made 2 points there. Where first, whenever we've had certain disasters, the Q group, they've always been generous, giving out money. That's or Q money. That's all part of it. Really, they've always been generous. This is quite clearly a business. A PPP,
you know, but you can also see instances where they've waived the
absolutely,
charges.
That's it. Well, that's your choice, isn't it? So this is the idea. So the business element, let's be serious with the business element. You know, the philanthropic elements, we do that, but let's be realistic here. If you truly want the private to come in, we have to talk about the business element quite seriously. So this is it. It is the business element as well. People will do the philanthropic stuff, but you really need the business element to work. You know what I mean? Because with philanthropy, absolutely, there's something they call compassion fatigue. If you want to just rely on people giving you all the time, sooner or later it's going to dry up.
It's not sustainable.
That's the nature.
It's not
so I think it's time we look at possible ways of solving this once and for all, because we need long-term solutions, like measures to avoid such, because as he said, sooner or later, the donors will get tired of donating. And where can they get this support again? It's going to be another problem. So, and we know each year it's going to happen. So let's just fix it.
Well, it doesn't work like that. And when you said to solve it once and for all, it can never be like that. Each generation will come. I mean, this is the life of a nation. So you do what you can. Look at me, going generation. Even government. Government, if you get a mandate of 5 years, maybe if you're lucky, you get 10 years. What is it that you can do? You can never solve everything at the same time.
With these different victims, because at some point they cause it. You know, we said natural disasters, because at some point these are man-made disasters. Because you know, here is a waterway, and you just go and build on a waterway. You expect people to, because you expect the support at the end of the day. It does not work like that.
That's it. So the policymaker would be thinking, we've said that this shouldn't happen, but it has happened. What has broken down? Institutionally, and the people themselves, a lot of things have broken down. So this is the key. So it's easy to say that this is a waterway, you shouldn't build anything there. It's easy to say, but how do I enforce it? What am I dealing with? What is the social context that I'm dealing with? You see, so the widespread, the fact that it is that regulation is disregarded. It is so widespread. That disregard is so widespread. Why is that? It makes it sound a bit cultural.
You know, according to the Red Cross secretary, he was speaking just recently. He mentioned something like that, because it's very difficult to go in a society where people are born, settled there, have their kids going to school, they have your business, and just a day he said you have to evacuate, you have to get up and go somewhere else. It's very difficult, but you need bold steps from the government. They have to be bold in taking decisions.
And the financial muscle.
Yes, if you have to tell them to get up and settle somewhere else, you make sure that that place is convenient. They have something to look out for there as well. But you can't just come and tell them to get up. It will never happen. But they should look at their issues first, their welfare. Then put up something. Then at the end say, okay, you have to, because or else we'll be going back and forth with this issue each year. And it's going to be waste of resources, going to be waste of time. Because look at Banjo. Every day stakeholders are going there. Every day government is looking for a way to do these things. But we all know the solution. For now, the solution is just let them move. We reorganize it. But move has to come with something else.
But like Mr. Mboj said, you know, it's difficult to put these things, and the history is there of governments evacuating people, taking them elsewhere, and later abandoning them. You know, not doing. I mean, generally, in African governments, you know, where they do not do what is expected at the end of the day. Like you mentioned, these are kids going to school. It means schools have to be, markets, you know, so it's just a lot.
And you can just tell my grandma, you know, you have been here all your life. Now you have to go and settle it back. She'll be like, but what happened to my business? I'll be new in Bakote. People will not come and buy. So the mentality of people have, you need to convince them. You need to, you know, put up something that will really convince them that, okay, this place is not really convenient. And, you know, we are spending a lot of resources. So just go. We'll make sure that what you're getting here, you'll get it there as well.
I just hope.
But this is the key. This is the thing. Because,
that's the solution.
No, the point, the thing is, ideally, that's what you want. You want them actually to take them to even a better place.
It's a better place.
That's ideal. But again, you're working within a reality. You really do not have the resources. You are never going to have things to your satisfaction. So sometimes, oh God, life is just unfair to some people. You know what I mean? It's not necessarily anybody's fault as such, but it's just that from what we've seen, there appears to be different layers. In society, you have these hierarchies. Socially, we have social hierarchies, but materially, you have these hierarchies. And then it just happens to be the case that sometimes the least well-off tend to suffer the most. You know, we see these. It hurts. It hurts, but we see this. Having said that, though, government, philanthropists, everybody, you must keep on pushing. You can't, you know, we have to say that. You have to keep on pushing. You have to keep on pushing. Because recognizing that sometimes bad luck happens to some people doesn't mean that I resign to it. No, it doesn't mean resignation at all. It means rather, okay, this is the reality. Now, how do I strategize?
Exactly.
You know, to maximize, make the most of what is, as it were. You know.
So, Mr. Mboch, thank you so much for joining us here. Newspaper review turned to social issues at some point, but like I said, it's always good to have you here. But before we go for a break to welcome our guests on the Click segment, just to remind you that you can come and join our program. You can come and sponsor our program. Yo ku melni Mr. Mboch neka influencer si biir dëkk bi ngay sponsor program boo xam ne Mr. Mboch ang fa toog foo leen bàyyi kenn Mr. Mboch bu rëy yow dëkk bi yow fu ma dem ñu ne ma kii mooy ana seen Mr. Mboch yow ñëpp Mr. Mboch la ñoo seetaan so fi mu nekk ni programme bu Mr. Mboch di toog loolu em camara nga bàyyi ko gannaaw local news kañ health link foo leen ma bàyyi yéen tamit
la noo wax
foo leen ma bàyyi man programme bu ma toog ngeen toog ne doo leen ko sponsor loolu foo leen ko
borom QTV
man rek
ñëw leen sponsor ñëw leen sponsor Jenaba this morning
non nii ñemeñuñ loolu fi mu nekk ni ñëw leen sponsor this morning comme ni ma leen ko waxee démb man ak Ibrahima Balde ñun suñ géwéli boppa lañ boo leen ko waaw ñun suñ géwéli boppa ñun dañuy géwél so fi mu nekk ni programme bi dafa play time bi play 12 o'clock dañ ko repeat si guddi play YouTube play Facebook ba pare ñun rek buñ la waxalee sa business bi dem
yéen rek mu ngeen a seen
man moo waxee sa business bi dem Balde wax business bi dem so ñëw leen join our team. We had sponsors before. They've been here for so long and they've done so well. So we need absolutely no sponsors. Calling on banks, young businesses, you know, you name it. Come and join our program. Let's go for a break, and when we come back, the program continues.
Q Money, the biggest mobile money service in the Gambia, has taken mobile banking to the next level. Now, you can link your Q Money wallet with your bank account. Yes, link your Ajib or EcoBank accounts with your Q Money wallet and get instant access to your cash anytime. No need to queue at the bank anymore. Transfer funds from your bank account to your wallet or your wallet to your bank account using Q Money Bank Link is the fastest, most secure, and convenient way to transfer funds between your wallet and bank account. For more information, call our customer care on 133. Q Money, Sunyu Kalpe. Terms and conditions apply.
As the fastest growing GSM company in the Gambia, QCell has the widest 4G plus coverage in the country, 3 times faster internet speed than our competitors. So switch now and dial *335# and enjoy what true 4G feels like. QCell, Gambia's trusted network. want it, order for it, and pay quickly using Quick Pay on the Q Money platform. With great technology comes ease and convenience. Get a glimpse of what a comfortable life is with Q Money by dialing *323# now. Call 133 for more information. Q Money, Sunyu Kalpe.
To make sure your company's products and services reach your potential customers, it is essential that you choose the right channel for your marketing purposes. QTV has the widest reach locally and beyond, and we can give your business the visibility it needs. Call QTV Marketing on +220 324 4444 or email us at marketing@qtv.gm and take your business to the world.
Your favorite QCell service has gotten bigger. eFunkanta. Now you can loan bigger credit amounts to make life easier for you. Loan $75 and $100 and pay later. Yes, you heard me right. Get credit loan from $10 to $100 using eFunkanta by dialing *393#. Anytime you run out of credit, whether you want to buy Q Power, browse the internet, make urgent calls, or send SMS, eFunkanta is the service for you. Dial *393# and choose the loan amount of your choice with no hassle. For more information, call our customer care on 111. QCell, Sunyabus, the pioneers of mobile loan service in the Gambia. We innovate, others follow. Terms and conditions apply.
Light. From the beginning of time, light has been there.
It is integral to our survival and to our way of living.
We need light to work,
To build,
to grow things, and even to see our loved ones.
light makes things easier and better.
So QCell has changed the way you buy Q Power to make it easier and more accessible.
You can now access the same service quickly and get your cash power tokens instantly with the new QCell Q Power code.
To light up your world, simply dial *363#.
With a touch of your fingers,
With ease and convenience from the comfort of your home or office,
you can bring light into your world instantly with *363#.
Q Power, lighting your world.
QCell Sunyabus.
We innovate, others follow.
Save up to 50% energy with the new side-by-side Samsung refrigerator. Samsung air conditioners come with HD filter and antibacterial for your protection. Save time, energy, and effort by using our washing machines, loaded with innovative features that offer superior cleaning technology. Step into the future of television with our slick and slim Samsung Smart TV designs. Sizes range from 32 to 85 inches. Smart LED, Crystal UHD Ultra High Definition, and QLED Quantum Dark LED. Get new ways of interacting with your TV. Unparalleled vision, right from the comfort of your living room. Our products are backed with 1-year warranty. Visit us at QCell Building at Caraba Avenue or at Boosterview Turntable. Contact us on 333-217 or email us at info@quantumnet.gm. Have you been looking for the perfect indoor router with long-range Wi-Fi coverage and faster internet speed connecting all your smart devices? Well, we present to you the QCell Indoor Router, a router that has all you need and much more for just $4,275. You can get 4G plus internet speed, wide coverage, and connect up to 15 devices. That's not all. The indoor router can be used for both office and home needs. So, enhance your internet experience with our indoor router. For more info, call our customer care on 111. QCell, Sunyabus, we innovate, others follow. Espas Motors is the largest and most modern auto service in the Gambia. Espas Motors is the only authorized dealer in Chevy, Mercedes-Benz trucks, Mercedes-Benz buses, Kia, Ford, Futon Mini and Midi buses, Futon trucks, and At Espas Motors, we have qualified professionals who use modern technology to diagnose and repair all brands of motor vehicles. Espas Motor services include auto sales, auto repairs, vehicle painting, availability of high-quality spare parts, towing services. We are reachable at any time. Call Espas Motors on 352222 353-4444 or locate us on the Bertel Harding Highway. Espas. Your favorite QCell service has gotten bigger. eFunkanta. Now you can loan bigger credit amounts to make life easier for you. Loan $75 and $100 and pay later. Yes, you heard me right. Get credit loan from $10 to $100 using eFunkanta by dialing *393#. Anytime you run out of credit, whether you want to buy Q-Power, browse the internet, make urgent calls, or send SMS. eFunkanta is the service for you. Dial *393# and choose the loan amount of your choice with no hassle. For more information, call our customer care on 111. QCell, Sunyabus, the pioneers of mobile loan service in the Gambia. We innovate, others follow. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back from that short break. If you're just tuning in, you're watching QTV this morning. And now we head right on to the Click segment. Welcome to the program, gentlemen.
Good morning, beautiful viewers out there. It's your boy, Churchill Balde. And we're back again on the Click segment. And this time around, we have an amazing guest with us. Actually, there's supposed to be 3, as you all know. But, you know, Gambian traffic and everything. So with me right now, I have a representative of the Oshashi gang. And he goes by the name Energy Official. But why are you energy, Rick?
You know, like as usual, Oshashi.
Well, because I'm not right now, so I get so I'm feeling the energy with a halat dine. While all town, that I want to monkey. Pachawal and preparing a little platform. Yeah, they got represent. Alright, so new bang and you want to ask a fancy and then we kick it right there.
Yeah, man.
Okay, we'll go for a short music break. You already know, Energy. I'm giving us that hate video, and we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Energy official. Every day I've been grinding. I pray to God I've been shining. Me and my dog we've been balling out, yeah, yeah. Become the hit when I'm gonna kill. 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 Why you hating when all I do is win? Niggas debating. Yeah. And I'm on the 18, and I'm cashing all this money, we ain't the same G. I fuck with the family, yeah, I got a voice, I got a choice, I'm like Sunita. And I got a juice, baby, yeah, this ain't Junetta. And my rhymes are deep down in the yeah. Every day I've been grinding, I pray to God I've been shining. Me and my dog, we've been balling out, yeah, yeah. Become the hit right now.
Hey, hey, we're having fun in the studios. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, we have Energy Official from the Oshashi gang. What you telling me, bro? So run us through your career, give us updates about your career. What have you been up to so far?
Lately, my gain a video is with the Dimension. And I released an album not long ago, 28th of May, yeah. And right now, Oshashi is working on their albums right now. Uche is on his album, T is on his album as well. And mine is already out. So,
wow, Timo, Mungi 2 different mixtapes, should I say?
Yeah.
Just recently. Two different.
Two different.
Two different.
We have Easy Slides, Agbenembi, Mama Akini. artist bi Makabas.
So legi the Oshashi gang. Man balama let the question because we are still giving tea time pour mu ñew mu answer your question bobu. What Oshashi means. But first, man dama bëgg how did you guys come up as a team? How did it all start?
We are not like a team. It's a movement, innit?
Okay.
Like we're doing the same thing, and we're not a group. We're just friends. It's a movement. We're not what people think we are.
Okay.
Punega is individual artists of your own. The thing is, come kiso ame su hewele, we come and support. Kiso ame show in your support. But at the end of the day, since it's a movement, niti sunega they bookings. They book all of us. They think we're a group, but we're not. It's individual artists.
Okay.
Yeah.
So come for instance, kiso ame dara. Everybody will play a role because Kibum launched that the album Uche with Mandamaleg's promotion coming from the entire team. Understand? Kim get promote. So I'm loving that. So Legian, what is the step forward right now?
Right now we have a lot of shows coming up because my album be dropped now. Hopefully it's my show the following year. Uche we drop album and BT almost is done. It has to come out. So yeah, we're working according to. But we make sure we don't.
Yeah, I know,
exactly.
I know. So yo, this music video, Hate, what inspired this music?
The song is a social song.
Okay.
On our documentary. It's a social song for when started we were brothers. It was not about the music.
Right.
We were friends even bala music. We had our own personal interaction bala music. So the music was a whole different thing.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay.
We started a song. It was nice. It's a social song. We did it for everybody. That's all. We don't want it to be all about Oshashi.
Okay.
It's for everybody else. And we like the fact that the community, they see themselves in the song as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I'm told that T is currently in the building. You know, we have whole heap of questions for him. You know, he's currently here in the building. Mom, no problem. I'm like, lead like small baby. Lead like mom, we have personal issues right now. So T, you are welcome to the platform. You want to ask a fan, apologize first.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm sorry for being late again. I'm sorry, but I'm here.
Again. Can you imagine? Again. Why? Nobody why? Anyways, T, you come introduce about tell us what you've been up to, blah blah blah.
Yeah, Kimonega T, Batman wa Amudiaba. Muna ligay hamga. Over when I first jump, love everybody. It's all love down here.
Nice. So I was discussing about the Oshashi gang. You were supposed to be here. It was supposed to be 3. So I knew, and then I was told that Uche is dealing with some issues right now. So we'll pray for him. You know, he comes back stronger. Whatever you're going through, Uche, we're sending salutes and prayers to you. So,
amen.
How did it all start, the Oshashi movement?
Oshashi movement, we are family, and it's always a vibe when we are around each other. You understand?
Okay.
Actually, the Oshashi thing came up with on freestyle.
Nice.
And we went viral without we even realizing.
Okay.
And people love it when we pop on stage. When we say Oshashi, everybody will go like, "Oh, F up." You understand?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So no love for them. So it's a gang that.
So what is the meaning of Oshashi?
Oshashi is we are about to conquer and take everything this year.
Lola Oshashi stand for? Because Oshashi, for money, is the English word.
Oshashi, you don't have to ask Lanla. You just want Oshashi.
No. This is a special question. People are asking. They want to know what. Okay, you come.
The problem is today, if we should come in here and tell you the meaning of Oshashi, Oshashi ain't going to be special to the people anymore.
No. People tell they wanna break down what the meaning of their names are. Musical names.
But you know, we cannot snitch. We are 3 people in the group,
right?
And now you're telling me to tell you the meaning of Oshashi.
Right now, sukele togo nela choche. Hangaranko uyi.
Nago uyi.
Yanko yek. So Oshashi no lenko.
So who want you tieko?
Tieko nonda. So we get join, yeah, no problem.
Okay, so what is your relationship with other artists?
I'm cool with everybody, and from my side, it's love to everybody.
Are you sure?
Yeah, 100.
I'll come back to that. Energy?
Yeah, man, I'm cool with everybody.
Okay, with you, I can take that because you're doing any controversial regarding your career like other artists. Understand? No clash, no nothing. But this gentleman here, bro, you have a lot of hit coming on your way, bro. I hope you know that.
That I hear good.
That I hear good?
No.
Okay, so how about Jizu? Does that Does that ring a bell?
Jizzle, I'm in beef.
I clearly don't mention a do ligue ak mom.
Yeah.
What is the reason behind that?
Dara, come, we don't have to work, right? But from my side to his, it's all love.
It's all love.
Come, so if anything that happen, come, we have to deal with it. Music. After that, come, it's all love.
So, Jizzle's new mufekala is all good. Come, energy with the fanega.
It's all good.
Nice. So, Yangi release 2 different Buyagut.
Yeah.
So, walk us through about that. What inspired that project?
Okay, 2 different. Come, every year, summer birthday, I'm gonna drop a song. Because summer basic birthday last that way, which is July 27.
Nice.
We personally, I'm 3 years in music industry.
Alright.
So, more time I drop nyari song. And so by hell nyari song, they are 2 different.
Oh.
And if you check from the man himself, I'm 2 different. You understand? So more time we 2 different, 2 wavy, man nigga.
2 different, 2 wavy. Nice. So, Energy, what are we expecting from you?
New music video.
When? Like when?
End of next month.
Okay, could you give us a little freestyle of the music?
Yeah.
Nice, go on.
All eyes on me. I don't know, I don't care, all eyes on me. For what? Osh.
Oshashi.
I forgot.
Platform.
So, T, the family they have special question from a very special question coming from a brother. Understand what I mean? So, why mom lumbu on my freestyle, then soon you get freestyle, ma do la question bo. Are you ready?
Jitul with the question.
No,
after ma hamla live freestyle.
No,
first.
no la ko bugi.
No.
Lo la ma wax.
Dore kon nonu ñu dem.
No,
because you said from a brother. I don't even know who that is. You cannot give me conditions on what to do.
What is the meaning of shashing nga bañ ma wax?
Yeah. Because pare wulo join. So pare join ñu wax la ko. So wax ma lu ko wax.
No, ñu dem dural freestyle. Control room, give me my freestyle. We're about to turn this place on fire. Yeah, give me my freestyle. Who is going first?
Anyway.
Oshashi is a gang, so
yeah.
It's a family thing. Let's go.
Okay. You know the vibe. Yeah, we're here. Hey, yeah. We've grand and popping and showing these niggas that we ain't never gonna die. If you was calling man, I for a five nigga, I would try to beat you with the bricks, with the money. What the fuck you talking about? Hey, these niggas be thinking we stupid. These niggas be thinking we crazy. We all about the money, all about the cheddar, all about the, all about the bitches. You know? Yeah. I don't wanna go too much, man.
Language.
So now you tell me
on this platform, bro.
Yeah, that's anyway. That is why I said. It's cool, you understand?
Right,
so now if you tell me Kokono Nolungwa, I will go with more freestyle from now on.
No,
give me the move. Give me the move. Give me the move. Hey, all people got the move. Young people got the groove. All people, young people come together to show you how to move. Hey, can you move? Can you move?
Can you move?
Can you groove? Can you groove?
Can you groove?
This. Know what I'm saying?
Let's go. Let's keep the fire burning.
Bang it on.
Let's keep the fire burning. Lyrics what the J. What the young man?
Lyrics musta J. So this is look at you neka the freestyle right now. Is bugunya freestyle any of our song.
Wow.
Majohla bugaw.
Jomo bugaw.
Hey.
My gaw.
Man la pako bulapa over bad. Oyema tifli. Pako butu the churches. Mom hamna ma fam. Daf ma ote game. You play civic field. Pako bilako nyata lenko dur 7-1. Nigga muno dara duma samas nigga I'm a top star. Man a striker, daf matega nyeti defender. Like a lulu satere old matia matalko. Nigga anasuma 500 boma oh nigga you have to pay now.
Wait, so you're coming at me?
I'm not coming at you, we're talking about freestyle right now.
But I'm retaliate.
Retaliate.
I can retaliate.
Kai nga atenyo kai. Wow. One point rengawa.
Loli K. We're about to have fun in the studio.
So
what am I supposed to do?
Anything. Angal mo dafa is any type of beat. Actually, you're Afro dancehall artist. Understand? Wow. Afro beat, Afro fusion. But right now, any
okay,
beat
man, I want to go without a bit. I want to go without a bit.
Let's go, Charlie.
Okay, I want to go without a bit.
No,
this is fresh right now.
Okay, let's go.
You're going to freestyle without a bit. You're going to freestyle with a bit we don't know about.
I want people to hear what I'm about to say.
Let's go.
So you don't think people are hearing what we say?
Why not? They are.
I'm the referee here.
Okay, let's go. Let's do this real quick. Let's do this real quick. All right. No, without the bit, bro. But anyways, it's good. It's good. See, I told my ex that I'm better than her next. She got so vexed, sent me a long text, but I'm tired of the stress. Life is a mess. Got a new girl, she can't love me less. Now I feel so blessed. Nigga wanna put me on a test. Come to my ends, man. I'm parked in the banks. If you don't make money, then you don't make sense. So I put in the work and trust the process.
Hold up.
We out.
Hold up. Nigga, you sounding like Jibuba like right now.
So the win is for Church.
Anyways, you're to the end of the show. So the question was, you have a song. Anyways, you had a song. It's kind of a beef song. Was it directly for Jizzle?
Which song?
The one you did. I don't know. I forgot that. Too Blessed. Yes, Too Blessed. Was it directly for Jizzle?
It's So Blessed and Still Blessed.
So Blessed. Yeah, So Blessed. I think it has to be So Blessed. Was it a direct hit to Jizzle?
If I have an issue with a nigga, I deal with it with music.
Okay.
But after that, it's all love.
It's all love.